Has it been a while?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So, big Europe trip, and, well, you're still my better half, but now you're my fiance instead of my girlfriend.
I got promoted.
You got promoted, I got promoted. Shoot.
Who cares? Because
Yeah, let's do it. Don't read anything, don't read anything!
oh,
There we go.
I forgot what we did.
Nothing, this is a new case.
Oh, we haven't done it.
Yeah, so the last thing we did was do the DLC case.
Okay. We haven't even seen the opener.
Right.
Oh, cool. Fresh start.
Fresh start it is.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, it's because nothing happened. Here we go. Turnabout Academy.
What was the turnabout?
Themis Legal Academy,
Turnabout.
a prestigious echelons of the legal world.
Oh. Famous Legal Academy. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Phew, finally. So this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. The news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back. He received a call from this school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us all along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. Ooh. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. Why all the cold stares? It's because everyone's in school uniform except me. Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are headed that way. Might as well join them. We gotta find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here. Mr. Wright. Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so... It's okay, sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Corte has yet to arrive. What the? Statue Man? How unprofessional, how unprofessorial of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution.
Like a stone statue.
Yeah. I shall make her right, I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right, you haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, she must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you, too. How wonderful, so vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Wow, thanks! That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting?
I think there's 3 points of this.
Aristotle means.
And then, like, Athena and Hell.
Yeah. Well, didn't Phoenix say in the last case, wow, people are talking about Apollo like he's a Roman god, and then he's like, oh, wait. I thought that was pretty clever. Speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trisha used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special. And today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Ha ha ha. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Did you even know what you were meant to be giving a lecture here? Yes, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Corti. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Corti. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. You also realize that his glasses only cover his nose?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's who's late. But from what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow in addition to the day's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? It involves the very skills that make a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor, that is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Also, I noticed that his little weights of justice on his chest looks like a guy screaming.
It looks like planes.
Yeah. It looks like he's going, ah! It's all a little disturbing. Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But who exactly it is, well, that is a special surprise. Famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. This is the second Juniper. Or is it the same one?
I think it's the same girl.
Oh, wait! She's just wearing something different? Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just sold yourself a girdle corte. Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Or is it just court? Constance Court?
Might be court.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say court. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods, is that you? Oh, wait till she sees Apollo. Hmm? Then, Athena, I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. So this took place before the first case, when Apollo had the cape, basically.
Is it?
It looks like, because you just saw her for the very first time in a long time. And she just got back from Europe.
Okay.
And Apollo's now wearing the cape and being weird. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo, why don't you take my place? What, really? Sure, besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair, I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Tisk, being the new kid sure stings. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. Still no Professor Cord. It's been over 30 minutes. Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hidden the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Eek! What was that? Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Eek! Professor Quark, can you hear me, Professor? Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with. It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No way, this can't be real. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall, too. No, wait, they'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
No, you're not.
It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But, okay, you're the boss. We're gonna go break the rules. So Professor Court was, yep, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all. How awful. Here she was lying dead and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished. Oh, that. Don't worry, I'll fill you in later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay? Okay, sure. Just start by studying the body. Wonder what the best angle is for this. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. What do we have here? Book. I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, what if it's your diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! Ah. Looks more like a planner than a diary. 22nd, routine report. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. 23rd, meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important. 24, prepare for mock trial, final confirmation. 1 p.m., meet with Mr. Wright about training seminar. 2 p.m., mock trial begins. Every page seemed to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert in archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mentioned it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's blood is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Quark was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know, the killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. I think that's about all we're going to find from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Hey, cheese! Wow. Cheese? And I thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. Anyway, there were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2, and that thing over there is the remains of another statue. This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. There's something buried in the rubble. The famous herald. Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. Will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle with the She-Devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. Look what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish-purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. I mean, this duffel bag-looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues. I guess that leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. Mr. Wright, Athena. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced the body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide, once the police get here. No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same, exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same, the body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. They're on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I will tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Ah, Athena. Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I am student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. And what would you like to know? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. I felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now, and as student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court has been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right, Professor Court was the professor in charge of Judy's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra. She used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in the dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, and nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice?
It's like blocks.
Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script, and yours was the one she selected? Oh, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you, but now Professor Court is... Who could do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. It must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. Heh, if you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Who said that? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She's an award-winning performance as the defendant, man. She gave. I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. Hey, you're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. The most pretentious introduction ever. Now what's with his hand? Is it glued to the side of his pocket or what? Eesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? He makes pottery too. What's that brace-like contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in Torrid Love Triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer, course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Hey, Juniper, come on, your role's way beyond just that. That's right, the mock trial's just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie's singing. On a stage, in front of people. Wow, she really has changed. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie.
It's Laniera's outfit.
Oh, hey! Yeah, with the brooch and everything. That's amazing, Junie. Then again, you were always good at that kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Ah, so you're a fan of the night sky, then? Wow, Apollo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend. He and I go way back. He got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Eep, I think she's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... No, you can do it! That's right, and anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle, a damsel in distress, and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that famous Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict. Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man. I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you, I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen. I don't think so. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry, the three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. And we even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. The famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship, anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever! I can hear discord in their voices, too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that everyone stay right where you are, don't move a muscle? Indeed. Detective Fulbright, is something wrong? Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. Again? So this is the first time. What? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. Aha, so you're the lawyers the dispatch said were first on scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. For one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. Number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Oh dear. Why there's blood on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But Junie, I have to do something. Can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even aware. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times, but nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena, Apollo, thank you both. I'm counting on you. We got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder, and I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need, so let's get right on the case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little, he hasn't even finished law school. You! That was totally rude. And you're not the only one on the case, man. I'm in too, big time. Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you! Those two are gone. Let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Alright, you said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly, but without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Air forehead? Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I am Clavier Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us? The Gaviners? I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. Bud, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rock star prosecutor Clavier Gavin. Oh, okay. That one then. She's a lively one, eh, Air Forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Ya, Air Forehead? So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture at a training seminar.
Who makes the statues
They were purple and blue. You're so darn observant. I noticed they were purple and blue, but I didn't think anything.
At first I thought Edgewood, but,
I was thinking the famous prosecutor was Edgeworth as well. I didn't even link that to the statues. Shoot. He's the famous prosecutor they can write. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded, which was a shame, by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Air Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned. I see you've already heard about that? One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Yep, there it is. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So Constance Court was your professor here at the Academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty, and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though, I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly, so as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow, let's rock what? Forget already, Air Forehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch her killer. Ooh, mock trial reenactment. Okay. I'll wait for you to get back. And then I'll start talking. Right, the stage is ready. And you, Air Forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turned out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Air Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien! Let's get started. She knows. Defendant/Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Tongue, baby, it's no holes barred. Let's rock. Can we take it easy today? It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great, a judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You get it, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of a quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Air Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important in that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. And therein lies the significance. And I wish I could read the rest, but some cat is in the way. Oh, God, cat, what do you do this? Therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Air Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab the professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine, Air Forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, 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 especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Eurorocker said. So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot through a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand post-mortem. Well, that's because he didn't get the updated autopsy report. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Oh, gross, it's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Yeah, that was the one they found in her pocket. Juniper's pocket.
Yeah, but she says it's a piece of evidence that was...
Yeah, for the mock trial. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? In the third-floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room. And a cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. But that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person, or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That's how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say.
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you fail to account for the large high jump man in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes, it's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the awl stab wound. Sounds like he only has high praise for Judy's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope, it seems the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Oh right, that's me. Very well, this court finds the defendant Juniper Woods. Wait a second, even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's enter a mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Tongue, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. Okay, well, we got the whole thing there. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackpool's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court, and there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch, but Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right, looks like we have our work cut out for us. Hey, what do you think you're doing? The crime scene is off limits to students. Tisk, I'm no student, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, right. Just because you're in law school doesn't mean you're a lawyer. You should see what she did to the last cop who said something like that to her. Why, are you threatening an officer of the law? Yikes, no, it's not a threat, it's more like a friendly warning. I guess we should go before I get myself arrested for assaulting an officer. Mr. Wright. I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Judy wouldn't even hurt a fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that the end justifies the means part. While you are still young and idealistic, it's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're going to take her case, Professor Means. I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in court. No kidding, so you guys were rivals or something. No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the Academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true, Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now, you two? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss, I know we should have asked first, but... relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? Hey, that's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Now, if you would excuse me. Well, time's a-wasted. You better start investigating, and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. It seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation. As long as we leave exactly how we found it, plus we never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you to find out for yourselves. What did I just hear drop in the other room?
I'm trying to go
Ugh. Let me see.
I'm getting close to tapping out, too.
Okay.
The kitchen! Or living room.
So that was the automated vacuum. It fell off, and part of it fell off, but it was an attachable piece. I'll just put it back on the back of the chair. If you're close to tapping out, we can tap out.
How long is it?
Let's see. "56 minutes.
I can wait till now.
Okay. Let's do it. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right, as long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it Professor Means said? The end justifies the means. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Ah ha ha, relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. He had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see, during the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump net from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart, which we can see on the right. And then, there's something else here. Hey, it's Robin! Whoa, you scared the crud out of me! Yikes. Right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so that I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up, my training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Oh, you notice the cat also? In the top right? Yeah. Oh, right, the girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her. Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry, I'll try not to shout so much, if at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem, ask away, keep them coming, man! Ouch, my ears ache already. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. Or 2 statues. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Arts Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues. Bingo, fella. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result is the truth. That, and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guy's side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, and you call me lad when I practice my chords of steel. Aw man, why'd I have to take the prosecutor course?
I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Judy's name, you'll see. 3 of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the 3 of us would hold fair and honest trials. Dark age of the law? Ha! We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man. Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no, that stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from the stupid holier-than-thou school. A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Judy will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the 3 of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Alrighty. Yeah, we probably have to present something to him, maybe, but... Alright, so let's... Okay. We did what we could. It's a bit late. We've done a lot today, so... We'll end it there. We'll continue next time. How about that?